Alpine and the rest of Formula One, there's a massive change coming in 2026. I mean, often you see the partnerships more as sponsorships and marketing.
Yeah.
Let's face it, Formula One is one of the largest global entities in sport.
And so really it comes down to a security culture.
Yeah.
And so having users question the legitimacy of everything that they're seeing, which is almost impossible.
Hello and welcome to another episode of IT and Motorsports. Today you are joining me at the Cotswold Hotel and Spa, around about 4 miles from somewhere you may be familiar with called Enstone. Famous of course for its long-held F1 connection. And I'm not here by accident. Arctic Wolf are hosting an event here today. We're meeting for breakfast and then we'll be shuttled to the Enstone facility and look forward to a day of hospitality and education and entertainment thanks to Arctic Wolf with F1 team Alpine. Let's go in and get to know everyone. Hi Nick.
Hello, how you doing?
Very good. Thank you very much for, to you and to Henry for inviting me here today. We are at Enstone at Alpine and we've just had a wonderful morning presentations from yourself, from Josh, Head of IT Infrastructure at Alpine, and also had a wonderful tour of the factory, which I have to say, having been on a couple of F1 factory tours, this is definitely one of the best.
Cool, isn't it?
Really, really cool. So I'm here today to find out about the recently introduced MSP program from Arctic Wolf. What can you tell me?
Yeah, so we are globalizing our MSP program. It's something that we've been operating in North America for a good few years and really grown that market really nicely. And now this is something that's been adopted across Europe, Middle East and Africa, and also in Asia Pacific too. It really is a balance between more innovative technology that MSPs can harness and take advantage of, as well as more innovative pricing models and kind of tiers that they can take advantage of from offering better pricing and kind of subscriptions out to their customer base as well. So not only are we building new technology, we're also kind of helping them with better levers in sales methodology as well.
Brilliant. And of course, you have lots of corporate and enterprise end user clients, as well as MSPs.
Yep.
But one of the things that really struck me in this morning's presentation was just how embedded your relationship with Alpine is. This isn't a sticker on a car and come along and use an event. They are clients, and you're using the technology. What can you tell us about what it's been like to begin working with an F1 team in that way?
Yeah, I mean, often you see the partnerships more as sponsorships and marketing.
Yeah.
Let's face it, Formula One is one of the largest global entities in sport. It has a huge amount of eyes on them, from the likes of Drive to Survive that came out from Netflix. But actually, if you look at the amount of end user CIOs and CTOs that are really wanting to participate more in corporate events like this as well, it becomes a natural kind of drawing area for more marketing and sponsorship. Well, we tend not to get involved in a lot of marketing and sponsorship because we're security operations. So really we're all about delivering game-changing services to our clients. So when Alpine approached us and said, we're in the market looking for security operations, we've evaluated and we'd like to be partnering with you. We want to consume your technology, consume your service, because we feel that we have major gaps that we need to fill. And also there's an opportunity for marketing sponsorship. It becomes a two-way conversation, really. Yeah. So Alpine are absolutely a production customer. We've been running since kind of mid-2025. And it's been very, very, very beneficial. So Alpine, not a significant amount of security staff in the organisation. Every pound that's spent is to make the car go faster. So security is often more seen as an insurance policy more than anything else. Mm-hmm. And so having a partner that can deliver 24/7 security operations, eradicate things like SIM and SOAR and help them with actual improvements in security versus just alert kind of triaging, and then doing things like security awareness and education and vulnerability management all wrapped up, that's just moved their dial from firefighting to actually strategic partner. So there's been significant benefits on both sides, really, from that perspective.
Mm-hmm. And of course, we think of an F1 team as a sporting team, but they are absolutely a business. And like many other businesses that can't afford lots of security people, and every pound that they spend is off the bottom line, basically. So the same sort of challenges sports teams have as businesses of any size, really.
Yeah. So Formula One enforced the cost cap.
Yeah.
To make a level playing field for every sports team or every engineering team, because they are engineers at the end of the day. They're not able to go and spend as much money as they can. They've got to maintain limits, and like I said, that limit is dynamic. So if you're spending it on this, it has to make the car go faster, or you have to be competitive in some other way.
Yeah.
So, but security is something now that cannot take a back seat. Do you excuse the pun?
Yeah.
Because what is the business risk of a Formula One team not turning up at a race circuit? Mm-hmm. What's the business risk of a data breach or an outage or espionage or whatever it may be? Alpine and the rest of Formula One, there's a massive change coming in 2026. The whole redesign pretty much from the ground up. This is the time when espionage is going to be at the highest. There's going to be trade secrets, all that sort of stuff. So security is at the forefront of every F1 team right now. We're very blessed to be working with Alpine in that way and really moving them from, kind of getting out of that. I've got to triage an alert. I've got to respond to an alert. I don't know if it's false positive or not, and I've never seen it before. To, okay, I've done all of that stuff. That's the business as usual. What is the stuff that I harden the business with? And that might be network migration, cloud migration, kind of identity security, data security, all that good stuff.
And of course, top security here in the factory. I have held in my hands today a part that will be on the car in 2026. But due to the sensitivity, we weren't allowed to take the camera into the factory. So, but yeah, it's been really a really interesting day. And the final question I have for you, now that the partnership with Alpine is really starting to bed in, what other F1 activations will we start to see from Arctic Wolf moving forwards into next year? More of these type of events? What have you got planned?
Yeah, so as part of this, we are the global cybersecurity partner for Alpine. Mm-hmm. Because we're a global business as well, we do these around the world. So Enstone is Alpine's headquarters here in Oxfordshire, but we do multiple activations at different race circuits around the world. So we were at Austin this past weekend. Mm-hmm. We're in Singapore, we're in Australia, Japan. We've just opened up a base in South America is somewhere that we're going next. So you'll see a significant amount of new things happening over this multi-year contract that we have.
But yeah, I mean, that sounds a really interesting project to be a part of, and I'm looking forward to observing from afar exactly how the partnership is activated, and wish you and Alpine all the very best for the rest of the season.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Cheers.
Ian, hello.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Really nice to meet you, and really well done on this morning's presentation.
Thank you.
Really interesting. Obviously, some of it we're not allowed to talk about,
Yep.
but the thing we are allowed to talk about was GPU Gate, I think you called it.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so our research team found a really interesting adversary campaign a couple of months ago that was targeting organizations in Europe, in EMEA. And the way they were doing it was they were poisoning search results to redirect people, almost like phishing, or almost like a classic attack called watering hole attacks, where they're targeting a big group of users and hoping to get the actual target they want to do something, to install the payload and give them access to their network.
Right. And so what are the tips and tricks here to not, unless you have something to help you spot this, if you're nakedly searching the internet, unprotected, how do you spot this?
Well, this is the problem, because a lot of these psychological kind of campaigns, which is really what they are, because they're trying to trick humans into doing something they want to do.
Right.
And the easiest way to do that is to get in the usual pattern of someone's workday.
Right.
And so, for instance, in this case, they were poisoning search results. And so when a user typically will search Google, the top result is usually what they want. And so what they've done here is they've chosen some sponsored keywords, and they made their links appear as the legitimate search query return.
Right.
So that gives a little bit of implied trust. Like Google has returned a search, I think that's what I'm looking for. In this case, they were looking for some developer tools. And so the first hit came up and they're like, fine, and they click on it and it takes them to another very legitimate looking part of the GitHub site. Mm-hmm. So the tooling they were looking for was an application called GitHub Desktop, which helps developers use GitHub tools. And so far they've seen Google has given them a link which provides some implied trust. Mm-hmm. Then the link is taking them to GitHub itself, which again is some level of implied trust. So it's really, really difficult unless you're looking and very conscious of the risks of using the internet in general.
Yeah.
It's very hard to identify these all the time. And so really it comes down to a security culture.
Yeah.
And so having users question the legitimacy of everything that they're seeing, which is almost impossible. Yeah. And so that's why it's really important, to have a kind of defense in depth approach to security, where you have security tooling, you have security platform, you have security personnel that work on the security of your business. But security is a team game. And so you have to encourage your entire organization, all of your users, to participate in this security thing. And that the famous quote of see something, say something. If you see something that doesn't feel right, flag it to your security team. Always be on the lookout for how am I being tricked.
Yeah, really good advice there, and puts me in mind of the picnic analogy. We all have a duty here to be really aware, and zero trust, I guess,
exactly.
is the
trust but verify. If anything, right?
Trust but verify. What a great saying. Great, Ian. It's been brilliant talking to you. Thanks ever so much.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank
Cheers.
you.
You started your MSP to help business owners master technology. Isn't it time you were rewarded for that? MSP Finance Team helps hard-working MSP owners finally get the profit, time, and control they deserve. With better financial and strategic insight, you can make better decisions, leading to more control, profit, and time. Our approach is unique. We focus exclusively on MSP businesses, and we meld bookkeeping, CFO as a service, accounting, and mentoring to help you get started, scale, or sell. We bring you the freedom to focus on what's important, whether it's growing your business strategically or enjoying spontaneous moments with your family. So visit mspfinanceteam.com today and take the first step towards financial mastery. Because when it comes to your MSP finances, it's not just business, it's a numbers game.